Oh man, what's going on, big dog?
What's going on? How you doing?
Man, just came to do some work. Look at this dirty old girl, man. I got to the shop.
You're gonna wash that thing.
Well, they had the cones up last night and they was closed. Had the last truck in there. That was the last one. There's one guy, and I was like, I'm not gonna wait around there with one guy.
One guy?
For a whole truck now.
Well,
I just get it on the way, Max.
If you'd have got up a little
Come
earlier.
here. You hear my air leak?
Yeah, I heard it.
Y'all hear that air leak? Yeah, watch this.
I hear the leveling valve for the cat.
I'm glad you've been on keto, because I don't think you're going to fit in there any other way. I think it's a line going into that to leveler right there on the bottom side, on the other side of the frame.
When after it?
It'll start back. But I got to get up and under there and figure it out. Look at here. Look at here. He's got another project he's working on. He took the mirrors off and fixed it, but he didn't get the color code right. And now he's not rolling the mats with a slightly off color. So we've both been trucking for a while, and he came in to get it fixed just for mats.
Yeah.
All right, so I told you he bought the truck and he took the mirrors off. He don't like the holes, so he's going to fix it. He done fixed it once.
Yeah, I had some old material that I thought I'd use to repair the holes, and they should come back and they were showing. So going back and redoing them, and then originally I had PPG mix the color on it, and that don't match. So show them right here. You can see the difference.
Yeah, you can see the difference.
What
else getting? Yeah,
so
right there.
This is actual Imron, which is factory painted Imron truck, and so I had to get some Imron, but this is not anywhere near this.
Yeah.
So when I was in a crunch, I had to go get my new trailer out in Arizona, so I just had to ride with it. So we were just trucking with it. So now we're gonna fix
it now.
We're not going to mats like that.
No.
Get my arm extra.
Yeah, the reason I'm here, otherwise I'd be home with the old lady for a day, an extra day before we got to go to mats. Change out that it's up there. AC compressor, got a new filter line dryer and an expansion valve. And Chet pointed out, looking at this, he's like, "You got a leak right here." So I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna change this out, that out, and that out." Yeah, getting there, boys. Getting there. Getting it. Just getting it. Now I'll leave that. Take the rest of those off. And just like that, she's out. Little you do this, take a zip tie. When you loosen it up, put a zip tie around this little top bar or something. Allison down there at Haggai showed me that little trick. So out with that one. Whoa. Out with this one. Let's get to this one. All right, when you get a new one, it's going to have these little studs on there with little caps. What it's doing is just plugging up these two holes right here. This stud stayed, the other one came out. So I'm just going to mount it, and then I'm going to pop these little plugs off, use these studs, and tighten them back down. All right, we're getting into a problem. These right here. It didn't come with O-ring, so I got to wait for my buddy to get back up to the shop. I don't know where to keep stuff. So while I'm waiting on him for O-rings, go ahead and get over here, take this dryer off, and start on the expansion valve, get that out of the way. And yeah, this right here took maybe 10 minutes. I think it'd take longer to evacuate and charge the system back than it actually does to change these parts. It's pretty simple. At the end of this video, I'm gonna give you the price tag of what it cost me to get all this stuff. It'll blow your mind. All right, so y'all hook back up. Now let's get back to that, because I was like, stop the video a minute ago, Chet walked around the corner. Anyway, he's saying that these right here, they're reusable, the flat washers. Just if as soon as we hook up to a vacuum, if we need to replace them, that'll let us know. But all right, let's get the expansion valve up there and the dryer. Well, we're getting there. Had to take off a lot of stuff just to get this bolt back here, and also get this off and get the new one on there. But the new one don't have the. Get him. The new one don't have the stud on it, so I'm gonna have to get this stud out of there. Should be able to throw it on a vise and just spin it out. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. A lot cheaper than the shop. Oh man, I couldn't find the tool. Chest already left me again, so a little ingenuity right here. Might be able to. Now I'm gonna have two of them. I'm gonna have to lock that one down. Yep, need another one. It's just redneck ingenuity, guys. Just bear with me. All right, so finally found another little 13. I found out it's got a lot of 12s and a lot of 14s, very few 13s. So what I did is just, I couldn't record this. You know, I needed both my hands. But look at here. Look at here. She's coming out now. Coming out. All right, guys, I took those O-rings off, cleaned it up a little bit, getting her ready to put this bad boy on. Coming together. Oh, done got him working on my shot ride. Oh, I dropped a part. It goes up there on the back side of the expansion valve, and I didn't pay no attention. So now we're trying to find it. We can't find it on the ground. I'm thinking it might have been in the engine frame or somewhere. Somewhere there's a little nook and cranny. But he wants to play hero and find it for me. Go, Chet, go. Yeah. All right, well, we just had a parts run. We dropped an O-ring. There's a flat O-ring on this right here. I went to the parts store. They didn't have no flat O-ring, so we're just going to try to get by with it. What did you call it? Metric?
That was a metric O-ring. Come out of the metric box O-rings.
Yeah, so ran into a complication. That's what always happens. What's crazy is I had this right here over 10 minutes. This right here turned in, well, pain in the butt. Because we're dropping stuff.
We got a Peterbilt store 5 minutes down the road, but they're not open today, so.
No, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. All right, got everything hooked back up. And just got her set to a vacuum. See what she's going to come up with. I don't know what that means. Yep. Okay, he said that's normal, just purging a little bit. She's still pulling a vacuum. She's almost zeroed out. I think that one is high side. Both sides not quite all the way there, but still got another 12 minutes to go on that. And then we know if the system's airtight, holds the vacuum. And then we just hit this little button, put it charged, pulled out 3 pounds, 6 ounces, I think it was, and put it right back on it. But I gotta say, I was hesitant on doing this, and I'll talk more about that. But because yesterday, check this out. I was rolling down the road after I got back working, after I reset the relays or whatever, and she was blowing pretty cold. And I don't know. But I've done bought the parts. It's just like, you done got it here. Just go ahead and do it. It ain't cost you no more money to have those parts on the shelf or on the truck. Just go ahead and redo it. It's got 650,000 miles on it. Might as well. And I was like, well, yeah, you got a point. I was just afraid of running into a mishap because on the Kenworth, y'all remember that video when I redid the AC on the video on the Kenworth, the copper lines going into the evaporator, and they seized up and the copper bent and messed up. I had to replace all that, and then this Sunday, and I didn't want to run into that stuff. He said, that's a Kenworth problem, man. You're dealing with peat. Everything's stainless, so you're good. So I got to looking at it, I was like, I think you're right. All right, let's go ahead and change it out. All right, guys, I made it home, and yeah, got a little late last night, but everything wrapped up and I didn't finish out the video, so I'm doing it now. Came home today, drove back home from down around Gadsden, Alabama, and boy, let me tell you, I can hang meat in that truck. She's still cold like she was, but now I ain't got to worry about it going bad this summer, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So everything's looking good. Don't look like any leaks happening. Needs a wash. We just got home. Truck's a mess. Give me a day or two and I'm gonna give it a wash. Going up Wednesday to Matt, so probably stop in Nashville, clean this old girl, get all that salt off of her, playing up in the Midwest. But anyways, guys, still hanging in there. Give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, as I put videos out on trucking all the time. Try that again. If you're still hanging in there, Give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, as I put videos out all the time, all things trucking. Until the next video, guys. See ya. Bye.